Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with our weekly road and bridge meeting.
I ask you to amend the agenda slightly.
Okay,
There's one of the action items is for the authorization to proceed on 6 parcels. I've got an additional 6 parcels and some additional authorization to proceed.
okay,
So if we could change that to round 1, 2, and 3 on that.
Same thing on First Street.
Not yet on First Street. These are authorizations to proceed, so it should send out the author or the offers on the appraisal for the right of way acquisitions on Iona. I have some more coming for First Street.
Okay.
could I have a motion to amend the agenda?
Yeah. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, because of unforeseen circumstances, we'll go ahead and amend the agenda for today then. So we'll go ahead and start with the bid opening. So this is a bid opening. I'll read the invitation of bids. Sealed proposals for construction of Iona Road Widening will be received by Bonneville County, 605 North Capitol Avenue, Idaho Falls, until 4 p.m. local time on July 9th, 2024, and will be publicly open and read aloud the next day as part of the county commissioners meeting. Bids will be received for a single contract on a unit price basis. It then gives the information of the project as well as instructions of how to make your bids. It ends with no bids may be withdrawn after the scheduled time for the public opening of bids as set forth above. And the right is reserved to reject any or all bid proposals received, to waive informalities, to postpone the award of the contract for a period not to exceed 45 days, and to accept the lowest responsive and responsible bid, which is in the best interest of the owner of the county. And this was dated June 21st and was published on the 21st of June, 28th, and July 5th in the Post Register. So, any questions or comments? We'll go ahead and proceed with the opening then. The first one, I'm opening, is from Knife River Corporation out west. We have a grand total of $2,020,034, 2020034. Talks about the addendum number. What am I looking for, Lance? The bid, the bond?
Believe there were any addendums. They should have a bid bond in there. They should have the contract signed.
There is a bid bond. It looks like everything is signed. But I'll let you review it and make sure. Okay. You got that written down? The next one is from 8 Contractors. The grand total, it looks like, is $1,847,390. 1,847,390. Talks about the addendums, but there's no addendum. They are signed. There is a bid bond. I think that's it.
Hey, I'll review it quickly. We'll get it back to Fortune Engineering and have them double check the map. See if there's any discrepancies, and we will bring this back for a likely notice of award next week if everything checks out.
Okay. That's great. We appreciate everybody who made bids on it. So thank you. Okay, what's the next one?
What section of Iona Road is that?
From Lincoln Road north essentially to Highway 26.
To go 3 lane.
Adding enough asphalt to stripe it as 3 lanes.
Nice. Curb gutter, sidewalk too,
No,
just 3 lanes.
the next item on the agenda is the authorizations to proceed for the offers on Iona Road. We have 12 different parcels that are listed on 3 different authorizations. The 12 parcels total $382,525.55. What's that?
Where are you on the?
Engineering is 98% done,
Including the bridge?
including the bridges, yeah.
Something on
There's at least another 6 or 8 parcels.
It's a good start, right?
Yeah.
Guys have any concerns about signing these?
No,
You find?
I think they want the road done.
Some of them want the road done, some of them don't. Evidently, Mike Coons has a property along this too that we haven't seen.
Good luck. And Gales.
Ed Gill's one of them, yeah. Next item would be the fuel station bid, and we've got it to a point where we think we can send it out if that's the direction you want to actually go.
Is there the option in there for us to pick up some of these things like the excavation?
Not currently, no.
How do you make sure we have that option?
That's a tough thing to do. If you reject portions of the bid and try to do it elsewhere, you just say, well, we're gonna self-perform certain line items in the bid and take that out of the bid after you look at it,
After they bid us,
after that bid.
so there's an option to take it in.
I think there's an option, it's just not a
You think?
clean option. The reason I say that is if you're looking to have the county perform some of the excavations, I just don't know how we're gonna actually be able to accomplish that and do the other things we need to do.
It's a matter of priorities,
Yeah,
and part of it's, based on the cost. I mean, if we wanna bid it all out versus get the cost down, I don't know, but these two things, but
well, and this bid goes out as a turnkey operation where they do everything. And so if you award the bid minus this line item, then you could figure out how to do that.
Does that just need to be in the instructions for bidding? The Bonneville County reserves the right to.
Yeah,
It does say that you
Yeah.
can accept or reject any item, combination of items.
Which one's that?
under
Second paragraph, page 2. The county reserves the right to checked any and all proposals to waive any irregularity in the
When
proposal.
doing so would be to the advantage of Bonneville County.
Okay, well, that's good work.
Yeah, so I think that takes care of it.
Yeah, that's my concern, because we want, I mean, you know, part of this is to evaluate
Right.
the overall cost and comparison. I think I know the answer to this, but have you heard back from the city of Idaho Falls on any of the
I have not, no.
answers to the questions? Really?
Really?
Now, once we get this in process, we'll get Pam over here in the next 2 or 3 weeks to see if they have answers, so we have both to compare it to.
Okay.
Well, I'm cool with putting the bid out.
Yeah, I think it's great to put the bid out. We'll put together the advertisement and
How long do you have to advertise?
Typically at least a minimum of 2 weeks. On the road project, we did it slightly longer than that, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when to call the city and schedule them.
if you advertised, we may not be able to get it in the paper this Friday. I don't think you could meet their deadline by this Friday. If you got it in the 19th and the 26th, you could have a bid opening like on the 31st.
July. See,
Yeah.
that still works, because, you know, the
And it-
deadline is,
Oh, okay.
Or do they wanna go? That give them more time in a hurry.
So on here, he has down to August 6th.
Okay.
But
see, that still works, because we need to just give notification if we're gonna go that way prior to the next fiscal year,
yeah,
because then you've got that full fiscal year,
to work it out.
according to the agreement.
Yeah.
To get that built and make a change, giving them proper notice.
If we went with it, do you think construction would begin later this summer then?
Could happen even next spring.
Next spring?
I can't imagine it taking that long, but
I guess I'm just wondering about, budget. If we determine we are going to go with it, we would need to include it in the budget. We wouldn't be able to do a budget opening on something we've already decided to do.
well, if we've decided by the time we publish.
Right. Right. So if we haven't decided by then we'd be fine to do it as an opening. Yeah.
Okay.
And where this is out of reserves, you know, Ron's figuring out a way to do that, whether we just pull it out of the reserves and transfer it into the agency line.
Okay.
But we're gonna see, yeah, because we've gotta have the authorization for Penny to publish almost by August 1st.
Yeah, well, we probably wouldn't have a decision then.
You won't have it back by then.
Yeah, we would, no, okay.
Okay, well,
So we'll work on getting it advertised, so the bid opening will be on August. It'd be the 7th, then you'll actually have the bid opening,
Okay.
yeah,
but they'll be due here on August 6th.
and then how long after that do we have to award if we're evaluating with the city what to do?
If we do it like we just did, we have 45 days,
Okay,
but we could do that as 60 days on the advertisement or whatever we need to.
45 is gonna be plenty. We'll try to get them in to meet with us earlier, than that, so we have a pretty good idea if they're interested or not.
About a month and a half ago, the fire district asked us if they could use our mobile fuel station. We have a small mobile fuel station, nothing like what you guys have. And, we said temporarily, but we wanted them to set up their own station. Because we can't have them come to the pumps on a long-term basis. So we basically said, go ahead and, put together an agreement for like a 1 or 2 year period where they use our, because right now they're just going to the station, they're just going to the gas station. Have they ever had an agreement with the county, the fire district to fuel up at your place?
Okay. Cause this agreement we have is between the city of Idaho Falls and the county.
And that's it.
And
No
that's
other
it,
entities.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
The fire department. Yeah.
Yeah.
City of Idaho Falls Fire Department, yes, but as those waters became muddy with
the fire
the
district,
Hammond agreement with the fire district and what the fire district's doing. That's a question for the fire district commissioners in the city of Idaho Falls, I guess. Guessing they stopped using them or
my knowledge, the Hammond trucks haven't ever used them. Because that's what they wanted to fill up, it's just the Hammond apparatus up there. But I don't think the.
probably because it's closer.
Yeah.
Takes them out of service to go clear out to the.
I think their plan now is to put their own bulk fuel station out on 65th. Their station down on 65th.
Good. Just the above ground bulb.
Yes, they probably.
Like they got at the airport.
On that. Yeah, just curious.
Okay, what's next on the agenda?
We had another mechanic turn in his 2 weeks notice, and we've had a couple other employees at solid waste that have turned in their notice. We've had an open position as a mechanic for a while now. We can't even get people to apply at the wages that we have to offer right now. Wages are getting to be a critical issue in road and bridge and solid waste, and even trying to get people here. Blair has found out a little bit of information about Madison County. Madison starts their waste tax at $19.78 an hour. We start ours at 17. They start their drivers out at $20.78, and we start ours out at $18.22. They're talking about moving their CDL driver wages to almost $22 the 1st of October. And with the wages are becoming an extremely critical thing in trying to get even people to apply. Blair had somebody come in and probably would have been a pretty good employee, but when he saw the wages, he went and drove to the hill, saw some areas, didn't even come back to talk to Blair when he looked at the wages that we have to offer.
doesn't he realize that even at that pay scale, he could bring them into a step 2 or 3 or 4, depending on their experience.
You'd have to bring him in at a step 8 or 9 to get close to what he was making. And I don't think we've ever brought somebody in as a new employee to step 8 or 9. It's becoming, it is a critical issue, and it might be more so in the near future.
Where are we on mechanics wages?
Wages, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's similar to that $21, $22 an hour. And, I know that CAT employees bringing people in, they're close to 30.
The employee that's leaving, where's he going?
Bannock County, but he's going to Bannock County to be a road operator, and
Okay,
he's getting about $2 an hour more.
well,
As soon as we're wrapped up here, we're gonna have a work session.
yeah, when we go into our budget,
Budget.
we'll,
And I know Blair's
making
gonna
a
be
part
able
of
to
it.
get back at about 1:30
Okay.
and talk some more about it, so
Okay,
it's just critical. Question about 49th North and Horrocks contract. I don't know where you are. We had one person volunteer to participate in the cost, but at a significantly reduced rate per foot frontage fee, my kicks. It was roughly 25 to 30% of what our cost per foot frontage fee is, what he figures that he would spend on his engineering doing the same design on the same portion of his road. That's the only developer I heard from.
School district gave me a signed letter saying they
Did
would
they?
participate, yeah.
Okay.
And the other ones, we heard from Beach's Corner,
That they've already got their design.
yeah,
Well, you could still proceed with the engineering on site that deals with the power poles, couldn't you? You know, for that half section.
You could do the engineering for it, when you split it up that way, you end up costing more money than doing the whole design for both sides of the road. But yes, you could.
Then these will be the school district. Are they engineering all the way up,
No,
just to the school district
well, so Mike Hicks is on the north side of the road from the school
from
district.
the school, but I mean, does the Horrocks project go all the way from, I know, Iona Road to
45th East, yes.
you know, maybe we scale back and just go to the school. Rockwell, most guys don't want to participate.
They
Well,
don't seem-
Rockwell didn't send us anything back, but we basically said in the letter that we sent out, no response will be taken as,
no
uh,
participation.
wait, yeah, will be participation. If you don't respond, you'll be responsible for participation is what the letter said, yeah,
But how do you enforce that?
be challenging, I'm sure.
We need to contact them and get a verb, yes.
Yeah, other than that, I would say you just engineer it up to the
Yeah.
end of the school, because that's what we're trying to solve the problem, get less school.
What does that do about the power poles?
Well, we have to move them up to there, and then if Rockwell, and those guys want to do it beyond that and not participate, they'd have to move the power poles.
Working with Rocky Mountain Power on moving them up to that point, it is gonna be a higher cost just because they're gonna have to figure out how to shift
Right.
that line. So it's gonna cost substantially more. But It is what it is. So
I guess just thinking out loud. I think I mean, I know it's obviously gonna be more expensive, but if we design the whole roadway and had all the engineering done. Then that's another good project that if the state continues to do their funding, that would be a really good. Opportunity to apply for because it's gonna tie right into those highway connections. But we would have to have the engineering done to get the money to be able to do it.
What's the total engineering estimate?
It was what? 800?
Under 900.
Yeah, or 900,000.
Close to 900,000, 930.
So
I can't remember
if you
exactly.
backed it off to the end of the school property,
It's probably, you're probably 65 to 70% of the overall mile cost.
70 at 9, so you'd still
Save a couple
Probably.
100,000.
Yeah.
100,000. But, you have to do the complete road cross section, or can you do the engineering to get the outer boundaries?
You do the complete road cross section to get it figured out, cause it's gonna be curb gutter and sidewalk thing. And that outside where that goes and where that stormwater goes has to be designed.
Cause I think those, you know, they'd go see who's the one Rockwell sold to that has the property up past that. What's his name? Jarvis?
Yeah, Levi Jarvis.
Yeah, if they can't make a commitment, I'd be tempted to just say, we're going to the end of the school, and then you're gonna have to work that out with Rocky Mountain.
I'll reach out to him. Mark Johnson's involved in that too, and I talked to Mark about it once before, and he's like, yeah, we definitely need to participate, but. Then we never heard anything back, so I'll reach out to Mark and see if we can get a
We
commitment.
need something in writing.
I'll just email them a copy of the letter again and say, hey, we haven't heard anything. We're waiting for a response before we move forward. Please respond. See if we can get something out of them.
And the amount of frontage that Mike Hicks has, even
Is not very much.
at a reduced rate, isn't gonna save that much on the
No.
overall project.
Yeah, well,
So I mean, the bigger ones are Jarvis and Rockwell.
and the school district.
And the school district basically said, hey, we're still hopeful, because they had done some engineering that maybe we can incorporate some of this, but we realize that paying this is much less than paying the cost to move the poles, so we're happy to participate. That's what John Pym told me when he brought it in. I've got it on my desk signed. I think I emailed it to you too, a while ago. It's been a little bit ago, so.
Find out what they want to do.
Okay, I'll reach out to him.
And then, the next would be Bear Creek and that expanded scope of work and expanded engineering study. Do you wanna get them to give us a scope of work for that? You want us not, or?
I think you should.
Yeah, it should be. I think we need to.
John's gonna take that to the delegation to get money, you gotta have the estimate. We'll see.
And then on the high capacity roadway study, having you voice your opinion, you got their attention at least.
That's what I heard.
And so
Good job.
we did meet with them again, Austin and I. They're going to reevaluate, redo the memo. Change some of where those alignments are shown in different areas on the west side. They are going to probably get rid of the expressway option and go down to more of a strategic arterial that's on the existing roadway alignments. So,
Some common sense.
well, a lot. There was a lot of discussion about the east side, the south side, the west side, so,
You was there, you were there.
yeah.
Was I that offensive?
No, you weren't
I heard
offensive.
it made a few people mad.
Oh,
Direct.
I thought I was pretty nice.
I didn't feel like you were offensive. I think that it got the attention that was needed.
Okay.
That didn't seem to be getting the attention from what I was saying before,
Okay,
so.
I think the revisions will be
I
good.
didn't take this job to be friends with people.
I thought that was what you ran.
I thought I did too, but that would be more reality, yeah.
Okay, so we'll see some more stuff there. I did get notification from LTAC on another round of bridge funding. They're gonna pick up that last bridge that David and I were able to apply for. So out of the 6 bridges, we're gonna get all 6 of them.
That's
It'll
good.
be replaced for us.
Good. Would you guys both consider resending the comments you made last time that issue was before planning and zoning on 17th North? It's gonna be heard by the city council tomorrow. That's that annexation
Okay.
across. Just the concern with the roadway and the bridges, just kind of what you sent.
Yeah, I've still
However you
got that.
know.
I'll send it again.
If you'll just
You have
resend
my
it.
comments too.
I don't think I have yours. My yours were separate from mine, so.
Okay, I'll try to find those.
If you would, that would be great. I'll be there and testify on it and I'll talk. To the, little bit concerned with those narrow bridges.
Want me to try to get them to you?
That's fine. Yeah, just email them to me and I can send everything over. That's Thursday, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Before they start, does Mike, you have anything else?
Just a couple of updates. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been here. It's been hard to get away on Wednesday. So, sorry about that. So just on, we're putting in 2 bridges this year. The one on John Adams to Hit Road. We're actually starting construction on that this week. And that should be up in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We're building the exact same bridge for First Street this fall. And so those two bridges will have an impact on traffic flows. John Adams, not so much, because there's no connection right now. But once the John Adams Bridge is in place, that'll improve traffic in that whole square mile there where we have tiebreaker subdivision. But then when we're putting in First Street, the First Street Bridge, that'll be closed off entirely, and that'll have an impact. So, I can get you guys dates on that when I have them, but I don't have any dates right now to pass along. We are also replacing through LTAC, same program that you guys are using, our 17th Street Bridge. And LTAC really wants to get that bridge done this year. And we're telling them, no, we can't have First Street and 17th Street closed at the same time. It'll be a disaster. And so we're planning on 17th Street happening next spring. But that would be a full road closure on 17th Street for the entire period of time that we need to put that bridge in. So,
Okay. Could be messy intersection.
yes, it is. But that was the one, we didn't get 7 bridges last, we only got 1, so.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thanks. We always appreciate you being here. Do you have any questions or comments?
I do. Did we get a negotiator on retained for 49 North?
We have not yet.
Okay.
There's a little bit of discrepancy on when funding is gonna be available for all of that
Okay.
through LTAC. And so right now, I'm not sure whether it's gonna be freed up before October 1st or freed up after October 1st.
Okay, so funding is an issue right
Funding is an issue right now
now. Okay.
for right away negotiations.
And basically everything else, okay.
Yeah,
So we're not sure yet, and, I will get a hold of Keller. They're still working on the design, but I can call them separately and find out where he's at.
yeah, the design is closing in on it.
Okay.
We did, I think as we talked
We
last
did.
time you were here,
Yeah.
that we're backing off of some of that right of way take on that 49.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get a revised map and find out.
Yeah.
All right, so funding is pushed out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right,